We really have to understand that each stress that we were observing 45 plus will take its toll post 45. So we really have to change and look at the quality of our relationships, our work, and our addictions, more importantly, to work and relationships. So some degree of detachment is actually mandated by our yogic, Ayurvedic, Vedantic scriptures, which we will talk about soon. But there is some degree of detachment that is definitely necessary. Otherwise, aging will get expedited and the mind will be, showing up in terms of odd aches and pains and expedited aging process. Secondly, one myth that people have in the West and now in India too is in the modern world, you can say. We can't really divide the world into India and America, but in the modern world, with the modern knowledge, with the modern pieces of health, wisdom, nuggets floating around that don't really connect with anything. So people say that you should avoid fat. You should just be literally almost on vegan diet or steamed food or raw food preferably. And it is a fact that as we age, our arteries become clogged, etc., etc. But the problem is not the fat. We actually cannot reduce fat from our diet, says Ayurveda, because 45 plus Vata dosha, or the energy of air and space, which is kind of a dry energy, starts building up in our body. And if we don't eat fat, everything will become dehydrated, dry, diminished, brittle, and as the dhatus or the body tissues lose their luxurious essence, aging process will become enhanced. You will see it in the skin, but actually the fluids of the body, the rasa of the body starts drying up. That's the first one that starts drying up. And then you have blood becomes weak, muscle loses tone, fat almost disappears, so there is no cushioning. Or if the fat is there, it's of a poor quality. Bones become brittle and osteopenia or osteoporosis can start it. Libido reduces and fertility takes a crash landing, snow dive, and ojas, or what is known as the vital well-being abundant factor that was being generated in our body during healthy time, starts becoming reduced. And even though we go to the MD and we say, you know what, everything is fine, my blood test is fine, this is fine, protein fat ratio is fine, cholesterol is fine, and you wonder why are you feeling 100 years old. And the reason could be very simple, that you are now depriving yourself of some necessary lubrication, and instead of eating homogenized fats and lard and I can't believe it's butter, or completely staying away from those things, we are asking you to at least minimally have a teaspoon or two of ghee, 45 plus. Even if you are trying to reduce weight, that little ghee used judiciously in cooking will go a long way. So there is a patient that I have in India who consults with me every time I go to India, and he's aging, he's 85 plus, 88 maybe, and recently his diabetes went up a lot, and he was also very painfully thin and dry, and I found out what happened. And apparently his doctors had put him on like no fat diet, only raw diet, only steam diet. So the person had literally diminished in size, you could just eyeball that had reduced, and was like feeling so weak and so tired. So I told this person, I said, look, your one leg is hanging on the other end. What do you want to do? Are you holding on to life, or are you holding on to quality of life? I said, quality of life. I said, then here is what you have to do. You have to eat Chyawanprash every morning, which has some ghee in it, and some rasayanas or rejuvenating elixirs like amalaki gooseberry in it. And you also have to include some ghee in your food, and it should be cooked food. And merely it's been about, when I went to Delhi and I landed there, I met him. And that person has reported to me that he is feeling better. So sometimes we are taking a completely opposite view from what you will hear otherwise. But I just wanted to give you some anecdotal evidence, but you can do some more research. You can take more classes by us. You can go to our website where we have a whole video on ghee and its benefits by our faculty, Dr. Mahesh. And we have a lot of teaching on what to use when, so you can benefit from that. So some fat is judiciously necessary internally. Now externally, we are all running around for calcium, right? It is true that calcium is parthiva or the agent and it will help our bones. However, when we take those calcium supplements, more often than not, we are unable to digest them, because one liability that we have as we are aging is our agni, our digestive process, right? So you can go around and say, I'm going to take those supplements and that nutrition and those capsules and those powders and those drops. Do that. Fill yourself up with nutrition. But Ayurveda says, what's the point? It's not what you eat that makes up your body. It's what you digest that makes up your body. And furthermore, unfortunately, what you don't digest also hangs around in your body. So if we take a lot of supplements which we are unable to ultimately break down, and the first sign and symptom of that is often with long-term calcium intake orally over the counter is constipation. Sometimes even rashes. Hunger goes away. Difficulty to digest. So all this showing that this little pill is day after day is creating a liability on my system. Well, Ayurveda has a simple answer, and it is in the form of sesame oil, which is warm, which is also very, very calcium rich. And so when you are massaging your skin day in and day out for 10, 12, 15 minutes a day, just warm a little bit of oil, take it to your bathroom, apply it on your skin, everywhere. Make sure you cover those bony joints and everything. And whether you're 45, start now. Whether 25, start now. Whether you're 65, start now. There are many aged people who come to us and say, Shunya ji, this is aching, that is hurting. I say, okay. For 10 days you apply sesame oil, then we'll talk. If it is still aching, we will give you medicine. If it's not aching, we don't need to give you medicine. Sesame oil is a 3-dosha balancing complete package in itself. And if we want to find some parallel to Western medicine, then yes, it does supplement the muscles and bones with a very earthy parthiv agent, which can be which does the work of calcium. So there you have it. Now, instead of, if you have to drink all that oil, you can imagine you'll be bedridden. What are you doing? Oh, just digesting the oil. Don't worry about it. But if you apply it on your skin, Ayurveda was one of the first science which said that your skin is a digestive agent. The dermatological patches and the way of giving medication through the skin is a more recent discovery of Western medicine, mainstream medicine. But this has been known for thousands of years in India. So, not one or two, but thousands of oils and different combinations of oils cooked in sesame are available. But let us just start with sesame oil for aging. And make sure you get every joint. It is good for every dosha, and it is wonderful in every season. Thirdly, we want to reduce stress. So we actually want to say no more often as we age. Otherwise, all our indiscriminate yeses will age us very fast, and the stress and tension will cook our hair and turn grey very quickly. Secondly, we want to apply oil. This oil is also best anti-wrinkle agent and protects the bones and muscles, keeps you flexible, and when you take a hot shower afterwards, you will walk out feeling so light. Thirdly, you want to make sure you are ingesting some ghee into the body. Why? Why should I be healthy? Is life not all about the coming and then staying for a little bit during youth, and then I should just fold away and not take care of myself and just be sad and wasting because I'm aging, because I saw a couple of grey hair, might as well just shut down my Facebook account and disappear from world. No, no. The reason is that our Vedas, which are our parent authorities, say, Jivem Shardashatam, Pashem Shardashatam, Buddhem Shardashatam, Rohem Shardashatam. Have you seen the autumn season? Have you seen how the sky is vividly blue? Have you seen how the nights are chilly? Have you seen the autumn moon? So beautiful. So this autumn is called Sharad Ritu. And this autumn is very, very beautiful to the Indian sages. Especially in India, autumn is a very fine weather. Because we are those people, extremes. Cold is very cold, hot is very hot. So Sharad is a very nice time. And in fact, the Sharad Purnima, the full moon in this season, autumn, in September, they say that if you sit under that moon one night, all night you meditate or sing and dance or sing bhajans on the Sharad Purnima, for the rest of the year your pitta stays balanced. Rest of the year. And you glow. So we have many rituals of staying up that night in the full moon, wearing very light clothes and absorbing the moonlight. So this Sharad is a very beautiful season, and the rishis are enchanted in their Vedic imagination, and they are saying, may I live to see, may I live 100 seasons of autumn. May I see Pashem, the beauty of these, at least 100 seasons I should be. So this is not some self-limited, let me slash my wrist and life is over and I'm just going to be pessimistic and the world belongs to the young people. Oh no, I want to live flamboyantly, I want to live healthily, and I want to live to see the beauty of it, Pashyema, Buddhema. I want it to spark my imagination. I want to benefit from nature and what it does to me, with my buddhi, with my intellect. I want to soak all of this. And Rohema, I want to prosper through all of this. Look at this. Look at this positive thinking about aging. This has nothing to do with let me live. And when I go, let me go. That we will also talk about. Let me go like this with joy. And while I am here, let me live flamboyantly with joy. Therefore, I need health. And this health is now further achieved by certain foods that we in the aging cycle, people like me, and I believe the illustrious panel, and all of you, should be eating. And one of them is Mang Dal. And to those who were here day before listening to my lecture at the Center for Spiritual Enlightenment, this will be a nice new repetition of Mang Dal. Mang Dal, green mung or yellow mung, is God food. God food. And you eat it and everything heals for you. Another very good one is pomegranate. Pomegranate juice, fruit in late summer, Sharad Ritu and all, it comes out. When it is in season, eat it. And when it is not in season, save its seeds, pound them up, ground them up, and use that as seasoning in your food. It's a spice. Wonderful digestive agent. And this pomegranate will make your skin glow, reduce redness, blotchiness, and it is considered it is the best fruit in Ayurveda. The best fruit. Now the rishis have done the research, so you can relax. Just get your pomegranate. And this is not research which says, oops, sorry. This is not research which says recall. This is research. How many students here are benefiting from Mang Dal? Can I see hands? Change your life, Jema or not?
Jema.
Ghee?
Jema.
Hey, I can't hear you.
Jema.
Pomegranate?
Jema.
Just additions of this. Of course, we aging people know better. We are wise. We don't go to fast foods. I don't have to talk to you about it. I have learned to really value my body. even when I'm in the flight and they bring those trays with all those old, sad, prana-less, crying food, I want to say to them, oh God. So I was sitting there with the tray next to me. Huh? I was not eating it. The person next to me said, if you're not eating, shall I eat? I said, go for it. But I had to say some prayer for that person with the burnt and the difficulty and nausea. I just sat there. I had brought my chapati with me with little ghee and little salt in it, rolled it, opened my little aluminium foil, ate that and asked them for steamed milk, which they were giving me, and hot water. And I had a little balm of ghee which I put in my nose. I was looking gross to them. I was all relaxed and happy. And I had bought some little oil, and every few hours I would put a little oil on my toes, and that cold, dehydrating, vata increasing air and vibration could not touch me. Because I was surrounded by a wisdom bubble, and my body is aging, and the poor thing has served me, and it needs to serve me in my life mission. And at least when I leave it, this is God's creation, at least I should take care of it. My body is my temple. In the end, because my time is limited, I want to talk to you about a special branch of Ayurveda which is used for Vaya Sthapan. Vaya means aging. Sthapana means stabilizing that process. How to stabilize the aging process. So there are two very special herbs among many herbs that we are going to actually show you a recipe for. One is Ashwagandha and the other is Shatavari. So I want to talk to you about that. So if you see this chart, you can see briefly that the Ayurvedic concept of, go ahead, third slide. This is Rasayan Chikitsa. At every 10 years of age, Ayurveda rishis had researched that at every 10 years we have a bioloss. So corpulence, growth, like between 21 and 30, you look very lustrous in your skin, but actually it's going downhill. So you're actually going to lose it in that. Do you understand? And by 40, intellect. Okay? So now, many of us are gaining a lot of intellect till this age, and we are way beyond that. However, the peak of the intellect occurs between 31 and 40, and after that, there will be a bioloss of that function. So therefore, a necessary rasayana has to be given. So for example, if you are here, there is a chance that your vision, your skin, and your intellect may need help. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You need special herbs for that. And if you go to a trained practitioner or come to our free clinic here, we will be able to recommend some things to you. By 61, 70, this is for males here in this sense, that there is a loss of the shukra or the fertility in a complete sense. By 71, 80, physical, 81, 90, Amarji, we were talking about cognitive faculty. This is the right time. Some people start losing it even here. This is just the perfect natural time. So for example, so does this make sense to you? This has been researched. And what are the herbs that should be introduced at the right time to prevent aging begins at age 1. Now look at that. Because when you're 1 year old, between 1 and 10, your mother should be giving you ghee, ghita, ghee. And kshir means milk. Many of you get milk, but unfortunately powder milk. Right? And then gambhari is a herb. Similarly, when you are 11 to 20, you can take amalaki, gooseberry or bala, chavanprash. So this is how we proceed. I just wanted to give you a concept that aging is not just an ordinary process, it is a technology, it is a science, and we have been studying it and looking at it. Please continue. Similarly, we have aging. Aging often sometimes compromises certain systems of the body. For example, for brain and cognition system, if that is compromised in aging, we can just close our eyes and give you Brahmi or Shankapushpi. These are special herbs, rasayanas. Special herbs that improve your rasa that will go into your brain and cognition area. Hridya means cardioprotective. Sometimes due to aging, we need cardio protection, right? Especially if it's in your family, genetics. So we have to give you milk cooked with Arjun or Pushkar Moola. So we have nephroprotective, skin protective, eye protective, throat and speech. So those of us who are speakers, for example, us people who are teachers and speakers, we need these. And you know all about this, Arvindji, right? Chewing this yashti, licorice all the time. So in India. So we have sexual protective, ashwagandha, kapikachu, for lactation, and also for female benefit, shatavari, and for microcirculations and arterial reasons, which happens with aging, we have Google. Does this give you an idea? So we have researched very specific rasayanas for preventing aging in every 10 years. So we just need to know your age and we need to know where you are. We can backtrack also, and we want to create a formula that is just right for you. And once those microparticles enter your body, they start talking to that specific function and structure within the body. And we have been using Rasayana Chikitsa very successfully in India for hundreds of years, and we also use them here. So they are very matched, and they should be, of course, taken after a practitioner recommendation. But this is our community class, and we wanted to tell you about the availability of these options. How much time do I have, Divya?
5.
Okay. Sounds right. Finally, today we are going to talk about, excuse me, this book is rather well used. There are 2 herbs, ashwagandha and shatavari, which we are going to cook in milk in a certain scientific formula that everybody 45 or even 40 plus in today's fast world, I think we age faster also. So I think anybody 40 plus can start consuming. The only time you would not consume is if you are feeling like you are having diarrhea or constipation, or you are feeling very heavy, so your appetite is not good, your digestion doesn't feel strong, then for those days don't take it. But this is a power package of anti-aging and gentle aging and wise aging by consuming milk and consuming these 2 herbs together. Excited? So let me tell you about ashwagandha. So the ashwagandha means, ashwa means horse, gandha means smell. This herb actually smells like a horse. But you know, you can imagine what a horse is representative of. What do you think? Power, strength, yeah, virility. So ashwagandha is a wonderful herb, and it says that it is wonderful for mitigating vata dosha, and also excessive kapha, and any kind of skin conditions, and also wasting conditions. There is a lot of wasting, consumption, just a kind of a weakening or loss of tissues that occurs with aging. So it overcomes that. It bestows strength, it is rejuvenative, and it is a great producer of semen, which means it is nurturing the sexual tissue. Now, when the sexual tissue is nurtured, mark my word, this is not just about the act of sex, but the sexual tissue represents a very highly evolved, highly intelligent tissue within the body. And with aging, as the sexual tissue reduces, the body's rejuvenative ability also reduces. So as we improve the sexual tissue, which lives not just in the reproductive organs, but lives actually, according to Ayurveda, in every cell of the body, then the overall rejuvenative ability of the whole body improves. So this is ashwagandha. And with this ashwagandha, we will mix an herb called Shatavari. Shatavari is, ashwagandha is a little hot in potency, and to balance it, Shatavari, which is more cooling in potency. It is a high class rejuvenator, and it increases medya, intelligence. Intelligence, digestive fire, and nutrition. Overall, the whole body, every cell starts throbbing with rasa. This rasa increases, the nutrition increases in every cell of the body. It also makes the body naturally snigdha or unctuous. Like, you know how your joints would crack, but after taking Shatavari, they would crack less. So your skin will feel smoother. It's great for the eyes, by the way, and it cures abdominal tumors. So any kind of pain and growths in the stomach. It mitigates or pacifies with pitta, vata, rakta, blood conditions, and it is strengthening, and it is good for heart, hridya. It is an aphrodisiac. It is a rejuvenative, and it cures all problems for the three doshas. You like this herb? Yes. Now imagine when we put both these herbs together in a very scientific formula in something called milk. Now milk, that also cow milk, organic, fresh. Our cow milk is raw also, which we will boil. It belongs to our cow, and who lives in the mountains of Berkeley, and she has given us her milk, so happily, joyfully, and with that milk we will boil ashwagandha shatavari. All of you will get a taste, and if you feel very strong, you can say Jai Ma, Divine Mother, you can do number one. So our teacher Sanjay ji and our anchor teachers will be happy to explain to you more about ashwagandha and shatavari. So did you get some ideas on aging? Yeah? Shall we recap quickly? Say no to things that might possibly give you stress. You have a right now to take some time out for yourself and cultivate the garden of your own life. Yeah? Number 2, you want to make sure you take some ghee. I'm not saying butter, I'm saying ghee. Thirdly, I'm asking you to apply sesame oil and give the external application of the oil a chance for your body. Do it daily, do it as with warm oil, of course, yeah, followed by warm shower. Fourthly, I'm asking you to investigate what are the biolosses you've had with a responsible Ayurveda practitioner. Fifthly, we are giving you something to take home, a recipe with Shatavari and Ashwagandha, our 2 big strong rasayanas, which are deliberately used for Vayastapana or anti-aging, in milk, which is considered as the best ingredient, which is known as Jivaniya or life-inducing, life-giving ingredient. When we consume that every morning, you are doing something positive about your aging process and not just fretting about it. And of course, meditation, yoga, exercise, coming to satsang, taking the company of teachers, reading spiritual literature, listening to it, chanting, all of these things make a very sacred circle around us. And even as we age, we don't really know it much, and most people think you are 10 years younger and you get to have a party while you're on earth. Okay? Jai Maha. Thank you.